How y'all doing? All right. Man, I did a lot of listening today, and you know, I really love and appreciate all the love and outpour for Jamel today, and for this particular mission and cause. And you know, Jamel's really near and dear to my heart because we share a birthday week, for one, and for two, I helped raise him. There's a picture in my phone right now of his mother pregnant and me sitting right there next to her. So, you know, I want to say to Ed Buck, if you listen or if you can see this, at the end of the day, I'm always going to be sitting flank. And, you know, I'm an ex-military dude. And one thing I want to say to all y'all, as far as the fear factor, don't give him any power, no power. If you see him in the streets, don't put your hands on him, anything like that. I'm not inciting or encouraging violence. But what I will say is out him, because predators live in the shadows, and they need to be exposed and need to become prey. Ed Buck, from now on, is food, all right? And some of y'all understand what I mean when I say he's food. So give him no power, all right? Peace to all y'all, and thank you.
Hi, I'm Jamel's cousin, Tanya. I just want to speak just a little tiny bit on the fact that, you know, the media is putting my cousin out there like she's homophobic. She didn't know anything about Jamel. Jamel left home. He was just this, you know, drifter, a loner, you know, a depressed, this distraught little young person. And, you know, it's not true. Jamel has always, actually her being a single mom, you know, I can always look. I'm the oldest, but she's the tallest, so I look up. But I look up to her because her having to raise those four boys by herself, she did an excellent job in my eyes. Jamel was the oldest. He was the shortest of the oldest because they're all taller than him. But he was the oldest. He was the example, and he did try to and he made sure everything was about his brothers. Everything Jamel did was about his brothers, because it was all brothers at first. Anaya, she came later on down the line. But it was all about his brothers. He made sure his brothers were well taken care of. She worked 2 and 3 jobs, and Jamel held the house down. That's why he's a good cook, and his food is delicious. So. But Jamel was the one that was there. He held the house down because he made sure his brothers, you know, were well taken care of when she wasn't there. When she had to work, Jamel took care of those boys and made them boys, you know, be responsible men too. And I just want to say that the part of the homophobic and all of that, she knew when Jamel was younger that Jamel was gay. She even said it to me. He was real little, and he stared at me for my reaction, and I stared back at him for his. And we both just stared at each other, and I said, oh, don't say that about that baby. But you know what? We kind of knew. Jamel came up with my 2 daughters, and, you know, they were always together. Family matters, and he made sure he kept a tight-knit with his brothers, his mom, with me, my, you know, as my, because he was always with my daughters, you know, but family matters. And Jamel's life mattered to us as family members. We weren't out there just, you know, pushing Jamel to the side. Jamel left because Jamel wanted to, and Jamel was a loner. He was a tough cookie to deal with too. He didn't really let anybody mess with him. So if Jamel got in a situation to where he was scared of Ed Buck, it was real, because he was a tough cookie. He didn't let anybody bully him. He didn't let anybody push him around. He didn't. Jamel spoke up, and we all, you know, we knew that about Jamel. But I just want to say we love him as a family. She's not the only one just there standing up. We all have jobs. We all have lives. And me, myself, we live in Houston. And coming back and forth is my thing because, you know, California is home. So I come here often. But to be here by her side, I will always be here to lift up, stand up, hold her up. Because she's on an emotional roller coaster, and I don't understand because I haven't lost any one of my 2 children. And anybody else who lost children, you know, my heart goes out to you because it's a battle. And I do everything possible to try to keep my girls, you know, safe. And as far as family goes, Jamel is loved by his whole entire family. There's not one person in my family I have never heard one person in my family say that they did not like Jamel. They didn't want Jamel around. They didn't, you know, any of that. Jamel talked a lot. They say that, but and if you all knew him, you all knew Jamel talked a lot. Yeah, you might say, "Oh my God, Jamel's coming. He's gonna be running his mouth." But, but other than that, family is, and I'm not just saying this to put it out in the media. I'm not just saying this for, gratification to make it look good or anything. We all love Jamel. Jamel's life really did matter. And then we all going to be here and we all going to stand up and we are going to fight this thing. And it's not just about Jamel, and it is for, all the other victims as well. So, no more victims. Justice for Jamel. And I love you guys. Thank you all for coming.